All right, good afternoon, everyone. This is Joe Henches with Beyond the Chart. Today is Saturday, March 29th, 2014. And this is technical analysis of the stock market, this weekend edition. The title of my post is 5 Years, What's Next? And so we talk about that on the website in that post. We talk about and have some charts in there where we talk about the market and what could possibly be going on. So let's look back here on some of the charts here, starting off with the Dow, which was up 58 points. Have I got the daily? Yeah, it was up 58 points, and actually a lot of that happened in the last 30 minutes or so, I think. We started to sell off. We were up quite a bit, up over 100. Let's see, the close previous day 264, the high yesterday 414, so up 150 points. And then we sold off. We were all the way down. I think we were down to unchanged, and then we rallied back a little bit. So I thought we were going to get a reversal day. I thought we were going to get a day just like here on Friday, the previous Friday, but we didn't. We got a little bit of buying that came in, but we still have a little bit of this sideways look, although we broke this trend line on Thursday morning. We'll see if it means anything as we continue to develop. And let's look at the Dow on a weekly basis. You could see the tight range during the week, and basically it was a doji for the week. It opened at 16,303 and it closed 16,323, so it was up 20.29 points for the week. So again, in the last 4 weeks, 5 weeks, what does this look like? Very, very tight little range in here. Now, we've talked about how we're getting divergences on this, but they were related to this peak back here. And we haven't pushed any new highs or any new developments, really. We're just in this tight trading range. Look at the SPX. It was up 8 points on Friday. So, kind of in sync with the Dow a little bit. We're trending a little more to the downside than the Dow is in here. And we've got the 10-week moving average, exponential moving average below the 21-week. So it's starting to act like it's trying to roll over, although it hasn't broken this trend line like the NASDAQ has, and we'll get to that in a minute. Let me look at the S&P weekly. On a weekly basis, it was down 8.9 points, and the inside looks like an inside week. Very tight trading range in here. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ, again, one of the weaker ones, up 4 on Friday. It had been quite a bit higher, up at least 1%. It was up over 40 some points at one point, and then totally sold off, and ended up only up 4.5 points for the day, trending down for the week, and pretty weak on the week, down 121 points for the week. So on a weekly basis, you can see the DI minus is the red's about to go above the blue, okay? And it's closed below the 10 EMA on the weekly basis. All this divergence we've had coming in here, this has finally gotten weak. This is the first real solid close below the 10 EMA since back June 21st, okay? And then the following week it didn't close and it reversed and kept going up. So we'll be interested to see, do we start to get any follow through? Back the last time we got any kind of follow through was October 2012. So it'll be interesting to see how this coming week plays out. And of course, Friday this coming week is the jobs report. So that's the big economic report that's coming out this week. There's numerous other ones, but that's the big one on Friday morning at 7:30 Central Time. Okay, the next one we're going to take a look at is the New York Stock Exchange, New York Composite. Again, sideways, it was up 61 points, kind of in sync with the Dow. Dow was up 58, this was up 61. And the New York Composite on a weekly basis, again, very tight range. You can see the divergence that's showing up in here, but very tight range inside again. So similar to what the Dow is showing us. All right, that's it on the market indices. Now I want to take a look at Apple. We're going to go ahead. By the way, the indicators really haven't changed much. We looked at them Thursday evening. They haven't really done anything in the last over the last day, so I'm not really gonna, it's kind of redundant to look at them when they hardly do anything, don't make a change. So let me, oh, here we go. Sorry. Okay, so here's Apple on a daily basis. Now, the interesting thing in here, of course, I'd been talking about breaking out of this big wedge for a long time, and it did, but it hasn't continued to get followed through. So I'm starting to wonder whether something else is going on. But the other thing that's going on here also is we're not breaking any new highs. I thought we were going to do that earlier this week. We had a chance. This is Wednesday. I thought we were going to take out this peak, but we didn't. And you could see this high was 551.19. This high, 549, okay? So we did not go to new high. We reversed down, and then we sold off the next 2 days. So, Apple, we were down, 60 cents on Friday, so hardly anything, but down of course, the NASDAQ was down very big. On a weekly basis, let's see, where's Apple on a weekly basis? Here he goes. Apple was up slightly. It was a doji type of week, but it was closed below the opening trade on Monday. So, it went up, it rallied up, closed down, and again, very tight in here. So I think there's a lot of indecision going on. There's a lot of assessing what's happening. We're not getting strong bullish move, but we'll have to watch to see, do we take out and start to trend higher, or do we roll over in here? I've got to say I'm staying with the downtrend until it starts to prove otherwise, and that's the way you've got to play it. You can be bullish and love Apple all you want to, but until Apple starts to tell you it wants to go higher, it's telling you right now that it's trending lower. So, okay, Baidu is definitely telling you it's trending lower, and it continues to trend day after day after day. So we got down in here close to support area where I had these dotted lines drawn for support. It was down only 34 cents on Friday, but on the week, let's see here, on the week, it was down pretty well, $7.65, and it broke this trend line. Okay, this much clearer possible topping formation. I don't know if this is truly a head and shoulders or not, because the symmetry doesn't look right. I mean, this right shoulder is pretty big compared to this one, so I don't know. But I think the main thing is the trend line's broken, and I do think we've had 5 waves up, so I think we're correcting in terms of an A, B, C type wave, and maybe it's going to be down to here. We'll just have to see. But it has been trending now quite a bit. It would be totally out of the ordinary to get some kind of little snapback rally in it. Apache is the next one I want to look at. Apache looks like it's starting to turn, and to me it looked like it's starting to break this trend line. Now, here's what I don't quite trust Apache, because it started to make a move up into here once before and then totally collapsed, okay? So here's what I would be looking for on Apache. I would be looking to see here, this might form into a fan lines, okay? And I talked about that in one of my trading stock market education videos. By the way, I put out several of these stock market education videos this week, 4 of them actually. So check them out on that page on my website, and let me know what you think. Would love to have comments and feedback. And so what I'm looking for, this is one fan line, this is a second fan line. I wouldn't be surprised to see this come up and do another peak, another pivot point up in here, and get a third trend line. And then when it breaks that third trend line, then it takes off. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm watching to see. And again, because when we look at Apache on a weekly basis, I talked about this, I think a week ago or so. I pulled up Apple again. Sorry about that. Apache on a weekly basis. Here we go. I think we've got a big bottoming formation, a possible big head and shoulders coming in here. And it looks I like the symmetry, okay? I like the shoulder, the head, and the shoulder. But it's got to prove to us that we really do have a shoulder coming in. We got quite a bit of volume that came in right in here. And typically on a bottom, you like to see volume come into this move. Now, it didn't happen in this part of the move, so I'm a little skeptical. Okay, because you could see the volume that came in here, but it was below the 50-day in here. So anyway, that's it for today on the stock market update for the weekend. We'll be back tomorrow with trade ideas. Tweet, like, share the video, and subscribe to the email updates. This has been Joe for Beyond the Chart. Thanks for stopping by.